Uh, I honestly, I forget how I came up with my name. I think it was just like poof in my brain at one point. Um, I don't really know. And it just kind of stuck, I guess. So I kept it. What about you?
Well, my username kind of developed over time because it was originally Devil Lady, but I had changed it because somebody like stole my username. I don't know how they did that, but I changed it to succubish because it just fit my account a lot more, and it kind of stuck.
Um, I don't fucking know. I kind of just like stare at my iPad for a couple hours and like hope something comes to mind. A good portion of the time it does not. So it's really just like a game of chance. But so when you say like art process, you mean like how do I come up with shit, or like how do I physically draw things? I'm kind of a white girl. I have a Pinterest account.
Really, nigga?
And I scroll through that a lot. I get a lot of inspiration and like references off of there, but also just like scrolling through Instagram and seeing other people's art, or like recently someone gave me some like really good advice and told me I should look at like comic books and manga and shit for like references and inspiration and shit. I've been doing that a lot lately. And whenever I get stuck, I kind of like I look at a lot of my old shit and just like see what I can do better on it. Tess, you gotta. Tess had to do something. I don't know what they were doing.
Me personally, it's very painful. It's a very painful process. Usually, I'll sit staring at multiple references for half an hour to an hour until I finally find something good enough, and then I just kind of like hope I don't give up halfway through. Sometimes it turns out really good, and then I'm really happy with it, and then I draw like 4 more pieces, and then I don't draw for
90% of both of our like Procreate folders on my iPad are just work in progresses that never get finished.
For real. But they're always nice to come back to and tweak up and like be like, oh, well, I could change this and I can change that, and it's like I missed out on that.
Or like sometimes I'll start drawing something and then like immediately fucking hate it and then save it, and then I'll come back to it and I'll like it for some reason.
Yeah.
And then I'll finish it like months later. Fuck. Oh man. It's kind of sad now. Not that it wasn't like it didn't have its issues then, but you know, when I first joined this particular community, even like across other communities that I was in, I've noticed this. People are a lot less excited to create things now, and it's become a lot less of a personal like craft. Like a lot of the art I see now compared to what I used to see then doesn't feel like a human made it. You know, like back then, like there was so much like involvement from all different kinds of people, and I feel like a lot of people are just giving up on the community, which I don't blame them, because it's literally fucking dead. Like the community is on its way out for sure. At least like this underground like rap community, or like artists that are involved in that community, it's just like there's not a whole lot there anymore, you know. What do you think, Tess? Oh, did you answer that? Yeah. I think a lot of it now has to do with the fact that like before a lot of like these smaller artists got really big, it was just a bunch of people who fucked with each other making shit together. Now it's like a constant battle for like who gets the most recognition, or who's making like this particular style, or who's like, I don't know. I feel like it's a lot more competitive now, but not like a good competitive. Because there's like a good competitive, and then there's like just like people fighting with each other. People also need to stop pedophiles. I feel like that would help the community a lot.
What was the question again? I forget.
Really, nigga?
I don't see as much diversity anymore between art styles.
That too.
It seems like everyone tries to copy each other now, or copy what's getting recognized the most, and you even see that in like regular social media. It's never anything original anymore. It's always someone's already done it and they're just making a different rendition of it.
Yeah, that's not always like, it's always kind of been like that, because like with any community of like artists or like creatives, there's trends and there's things that come in waves. But now it's
it's constant.
It's too constant, and it's like
boring.
It's boring as shit. Like things get old so fucking fast now. Like no one's really like I was saying earlier, like excited about shit like this anymore. We met. I was a freshman. And you were a sophomore.
Oh, hell.
Yeah.
Tessa's still younger than me though, because
I'm too smart, but also really dumb at the same time. Like I'm smart in the aspects that I need to be, but I'm dumb to get through life.
And their teachers are parents, so their parents are teachers. Wow, I am retarded.
My parents have been my teachers since I was like 5th grade, something like that.
Yeah.
That kind of helped.
But we met just like, I don't know, we had a veterinary science class together, so we were both in like vet class.
I was taking 10th grade classes, and 9th grade classes.
Yeah,
so
you
were in
taking
your
both.
class.
So they were in my class, and we just kind of like stuck with each other since then.
We were friends for like a year first.
Yeah, we were friends for like a year before we started like dating.
Yeah. Stressful.
Yeah.
Living on your own is definitely stressful, and it's hard to manage sometimes, and especially in today's day and age, everything's just so expensive. Like, this is the cheapest apartment we've been able to find. It's still like $1,400.
Yeah, that's just living in Florida, honestly. Like, it's so expensive to even like get by here. It's crazy. And there's a lot of things that I was never really like taught or walked through as a kid,
Right.
that I'm kind of having to learn now, like taxes, and like setting up appointments and shit like that. And I have to get a car and all that shit. But Tess has been very helpful, and we've been doing our best to take care of ourselves and each other since we moved out. So
Yes, because my parents have never really been the best, and kicked me out a week after my 18th birthday. So I've been on the run since. So I kind of got a lot of stuff figured out in between that time.
oh yeah, no dude, the past year and a half have been fucking crazy, but I'm like super glad that shit is finally over and we're getting to like actually start living life together, and it's pretty fucking nice.
It is. I mean, It's going pretty good. Obviously, dealing with living on our own and trying to manage our own bills and stuff. And we have pets and a car that needs gas. And sometimes it's t-shirts are expensive, blanks are expensive, supplies are expensive. So it's kind of like we're getting as much together like as soon as possible. But it's like every other paycheck we can buy like one or two things.
Yeah.
And it's like we're getting a lot of our designs flushed out and everything like pre-ready for when we do get all the supplies, but it's a slow process.
I've been in the works of like a line of merch for about, I think, since like November, trying to get shit together. A lot of things just kind of like get in the way. I've made a couple like mock-ups and I have 2 one-of-ones ready, but I've had to remake the stamps for the shirt like twice, and I decided to make it as difficult for myself as possible and block print instead of like doing screen printing or anything like that. I don't know why, but I feel like a lot of people haven't really done that in the community. Most of the people who make shirts screen print, or they use like Printful, or will just like hand paint. And I do have some like hand painted pieces for the drop, but the block print gives like a really nice like texture that I really like, and I think it's gonna come out really good once I start getting it moving. I haven't really thought of that. I think we definitely want it in the next like 2 or 3 years work towards renting out a house instead of an apartment, something a little bigger than what we're dealing with now. That would be awesome. I want to eventually go to college, but that's not something I am too terribly worried about right now, because money and, you know, full-time job, literally everything else, it's just not like it wouldn't be feasible at the moment. I've also wanted to like start music or something like that in the future. I've talked about it a couple times, and I downloaded GarageBand and I've been fucking around with that, but I don't know how far I'm gonna get with that.
I really want to get into tattooing. I've been wanting to tattoo ever since I was a little kid. That's all I can remember really wanting to do when I grew up. But I mean, I've practiced a lot over the years and such, but it's more of just finding someone to do like an apprenticeship, and apprenticeships don't always pay, and I can't spend all my time like a full-time job not getting paid. So it's like I kind of just have to practice and build my portfolio as much as possible, and just go right to getting my license, and then I can just go right into a shop and get a stool set up.
I think me and Tess are both very independent people, and that can be a very good trait in a relationship. We both kind of, I mean, it also can kind of cause issues because we're both very stubbornly independent.
Yeah, and we both worry about each other a little too much sometimes. Yeah. But
I think a lot of like, we both get along like super well, you know.
We
always have. It's just we both struggle with a lot of mental and physical like struggles. Yeah, and you know, as much as they are personal, they do kind of they can drive walls in relationships, but we've never had an issue working through those. So
I think the biggest thing that helped is obviously talking to each other, but also understanding each other. Because you can talk to another person, but if you're not understanding them, then that conversation didn't go anywhere.
Right. Communication is fucking key, and I cannot stress that enough to anyone who wants to like date, especially long term. Me and Tess have been together for 5 years now. You just gotta talk to each other, and sometimes you have to put your personal shit aside and realize that, you know, your baggage weighs down more than just one person. And it's like the other people around you, and you have to work on that. But if you're lucky enough to have someone else who is willing to work on that with you, then that's like the best possible thing.
I think the best thing is at least having you there with me.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm gonna pull up to your house, man. Don't on me. You know what?
I'm not, bitch.
Tess is
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, man.
low key. Yeah. I'm not even mad about it. You think you're insulting me right now? You're just speaking the facts, and I've come to terms with those facts.
I'm low-key built like Fiona.
Wait, yo.
Not even low-key like Becky.
No, that's
Pretty accurate.
peak physique, you know? That's really fucking accurate.
Yeah.
Holy shit. But fuck you for that. Like, give me another fucking question. Oh, shit. I don't know. Let me look at something real quick and see, because I'm really inspired by like a lot of horror artists and some of the artists in the community. I really like more grungy styles, and like, I don't know how to describe it. Let me see, I'm trying to think of like an artist that I really like resonate with the most. A lot of my friends have started as like people I was really inspired by, and became like, I mean, people I talk to like almost every day. Like, one of my biggest inspirations, even before I started like working with him or like talking with him, and he's like one of my like best friends now, is like Heptanaut. Cancer was a really big inspiration for me, and now we're like besties. I really, honestly, it's not even like one particular artist. It's more just like seeing an accumulation of styles and taking a little bit from like each. I really enjoy a lot of psychedelic art as well. Like Alex Gray, he does the covers for like Tool and shit. His art is super fucking cool. It's a little like overrated now, but I still enjoy it. I also take a lot of inspiration from like video games. So like Sally Face and you know, games like that have had a huge influence on like my style. I started really developing a style when I was in the Five Nights at Freddy's community, so that's why it's kind of like hard for me to name people in this community that I'm in now. But yeah, that's just like a few that I could name.
Yes, I really I don't really have too many like specific inspirations from like artists in particular. No, I lie. I would say my biggest inspiration all through growing up, and she's like they've been the only person that I really like look up to, was Melanie Martinez. I absolutely adore them and their art and their music and just like their style in general of just like taking everything and anything that someone could find disgusting and vile, like gore and just like, you know, creepy stuff, but like bringing some type of beauty to it and making people fall in love with it.
Oh, an artist that I do really like, I forget his name. He's the creator of he does like the original art for like Long Horse, the like cryptids and shit. I'm blanking on the name, but he makes a lot of like cryptid art and that kind of like creepy style and shit. Has also like really inspired my art. Yes, yeah, him.
You know, now that I think about it, Melanie Martinez had a play in my username because Devil Lady stemmed from, I really liked 101 Dalmatians growing up. It was like my favorite show, and I loved Cruella de Vil, and she had the black and white hair. And then I found Melanie Martinez, and she had the black and white hair, the black and pink hair. And I just fell in love, and it just like came Devil Lady, and I just like got into that whole like really gory, but putting some light into it. Like it doesn't have to be scary type shit.
Trevor fucking Henderson, yeah. And then the artists for Sally Face were a really big role in my current style. And my character designs as well. But like as far as like the new community goes, like I've always really been inspired by like Heptanaut. A lot of his like mesk art and like that kind of cartoony element to my art is really inspired by him. And he's a really good friend of mine. He's a really good dude. I fucking love him. Like artists and like art or like music or like as like a person. I don't know, I've kind of distanced myself a little bit and I feel kind of bad for that. I don't really talk to that many people from the community anymore. Shit. What was the question again?
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, man. Get your goddamn ass.
Oh my god. Oh.
I really fucked with like I was earlier. Cancer Bee is one of my like best friends, and we talk all the fucking time. I talk to Raymond a lot, and he's really fucking cool. He makes some cool rugs. I talk to Flacco a lot, my bro Max, and he's also been like a huge inspiration for me. Like, just like his whole style and shit. I always like. I always liked him the most out of like the majority of the Spider Gang members when that was a thing.
What is it? With the funky little character, bipolar, with the right guy, with guy.
Yeah.
I love Paul Bipolar's art. I
Paul
think
is
it is amazing, and
I totally forgot Paul. Oh my god.
His sculptures, his little figures. I want one so bad. I was gonna buy you one of your character for Christmas the one year, but I came up just a little bit too short.
Yeah, no, I also really fuck with Paul. His like drawings are fucking sick. His sculptures are amazing.
Great dude to talk to.
Yeah. I really wanted to be a part of something with like-minded people who create similar things or different things. A place where like art is the main focus, and people like take care of each other and care for each other and show that through art. I'm like super grateful for the fact that I've gotten decently far in the community. I've made a relatively decent impact on like what I've been a part of, and it's just like really cool to see like not only that like I've inspired people, it's that like people have inspired me a lot, and that's something that we can like kind of bounce off each other. Because to me, art is like the most authentic and like raw way to show like emotion and our interest and struggles and like shit like that. And for me, like communicating through art is a lot easier than like words. And like I'm just super grateful that I've had like the ability to do that, and that I could share that with other people, and other people can share that with me.
I really like my little circle that I got going on, because I love sharing and posting my art, and don't get me wrong, sometimes the numbers get to my head. It gets a little frustrating, but in the end, all the people that I really like and really care about are the ones who are commenting and liking and sharing my stuff. And in all honesty, that's what really matters, because who is an artist without someone to look at their art?
Yeah, because I the numbers are great. It's awesome that like I post something and people are like, yeah, this is hard, lit, fire emoji, like you snap, bro. But like even without that, just knowing that like that's something that we can all like share, because the world is fucked, bro. The world is fucked right now, and it always has been, and art has always been the one thing that's consistent and that everyone can enjoy. So just like contributing to that feels great. Okay, so the booty shot incident. Okay, the reyybies booty shot incident. I evacuated for the hurricane, and I used zip ties to like secure my snake's enclosure, because we had to like evacuate. We had to evacuate for the hurricane, and I put her in a tub and I secured it with like zip ties and shit. And I was cutting the zip ties off when we got home, and I was using a kitchen knife, and I stabbed the fuck out of my hand and like severed a vein and shit. So I had to go to the urgent care and get a steroid shot in my ass, and that's the reyybies booty shot incident. It's a lot more traumatic or less traumatic. Yeah, no, that shit hurt. It, like the stab and then the like full syringe of fucking steroid antibiotics that had to be injected into my ass cheek.
And of course, the road to the hospital had to have a shit ton of potholes. So
the road home.
The drive home was less than enjoyable.
Yeah, I had to like lay on my side in the rear seat. That shit was fucked. Took a nap. He took a nap.
Took a nap in the car.
That's all of them, including like the ones on your story and shit. Alright. So that's it. You're fucking telling me, bro.
That's some real shit.
Okay, well, I had fun doing that, and I'm excited to see how it looks when it comes out. A what?
Shoutouts.
Oh, follow reyybies, with 2 Y's and an E, yeah, I merch soon. It's happening, I promise. Mark Zuckerberg, please unshadow ban me. I'll do anything you want. Anything. Follow Tess at succubish 23.
Yeah, share the post. It helps a lot more than you think.
Yeah, just share my art.
Share
it. Love it. Bond with it.
Maybe I'll give you a little like on your post. I don't know.
I'll give you a kiss.
Give you a good old kiss on the forehead.
I'll give you a kiss if you like my art.
Follow my Instagram. I'm very sad right now.
This is going nowhere. Okay. Alright. Thank you, Mob.
Yes, this was a great time. Now for some ham bone.
No, stop it. Stop it.
I brought you cupcakes.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, well, I have to go back, so I'll be right back.
Alright.
Have a seat for me real quick. Now, if you do not know who I am, my name is Nate Hansen with How to Catch a Super Seed. Do you know what you were doing today?
I just wanted a cupcake, bro.
You are here to meet with an underage freshman. Do you have any last words?
Well, one, again, I just wanted a cupcake. And two, game is game.